then you have the gas prices and food
Sure.
and these other things that are coming into play, and so this isn't the 1960s situation. It is
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
situation, and you have
Can you
people
see? I mean, can
of
you hear?
all races that are dealing with all
All
of
right.
this as they deal with the voting and
Yeah.
seeing people doing having these different tactics going on that they're
Sure.
using
Sure.
all at the same
Okay.
time
All right.
as their pocketbooks are being hit. So I think that the reaction by Americans overall, we may see some, them trying to kick these people out, like you say, these folks in Virginia or Indiana that were Trumpers, um, not being able to explain all of these things that are happening and them losing.
Well, yeah, we will. We will see. You've got a couple of other callers on as well. You want those here?
Okay. Sure.
Because definitely. Wait a minute. Definitely, we gotta have Akua here. She is.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
on with you. Yes. Hello, Akua.
How are you all doing?
We are fine. We are blessed.
Well. Good
I've been
afternoon, Akua.
listening. Yeah, I've been listening.
And happy
Very
Mother's Day to you.
Thank you. And I want to tell you, Paris, you did a cry breaker today. I don't ever cry over that song because it's so long since my mother's been passed.
Yes.
50 years. But
Yeah.
when you become a mother and you lose a child, that song is a tear breaker.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But it
Yeah.
has a difference to it, too.
Yes. I want to tell the people that you can hear Akua and Lydia right here now. You go on YouTube. We're on YouTube, 1230 The Source. You go on YouTube. We're on YouTube now. Had our ace engineer come in. Our guy, Ralph Cooper. Ralph Cooper came in.
They'll think I'm working for the CIA or somebody, Trump or something. but it's up.
It's up. All right. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right.
Okay, but Lydia actually called in. You have a busy day. And so, but I just kept on trying, and I got in, so we can maybe set it up.
Thank you,
Thank you for going into the show, and thank you so much.
You're welcome. What you got something big going on? What's going on,
Well,
Akua?
it's pretty big because I've been doing a set out for 6 years on purpose, and I started to get involved in, and I've signed up for it. But I got awakened about 1 o'clock this morning, and when I got up, it came to me, see if you can get the information off the internet exactly what's going on with this, this contest. And it seemed to be an okay contest, but there's some things in it that I'm not too sure about. So what I've decided to do, I'll just leave my name in the pot, but I'm not pushing and, rallying for people to go to it because I think there's a better way to help people than using the artist in the sense of, and I know people do it that way, but I'm just a little different because when I started painting, I wasn't painting to make money off the art. It was a message. And so I want to keep that in mind with whatever I do. And I don't think that will totally do what I want it to do. So I am going to be putting out some reels and some videos, and I will be doing one kind of like a documentary. So I really appreciate the opportunity to get a chance to talk to you guys today, just to let you know I would appreciate the support when I get started. But I think we need to do it on our terms because the one I saw, not quite on our terms.
Okay. Well, we look forward to it. I definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
I am. So thank you so much, and hi, Ralph.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. We got another caller here. Hello, caller. You're on with Lydia.
Hey, guys. A great show. Having Troy on and also the other Mr. Professor Prince. Oh, man, outstanding. And just like the previous caller said, you put tear jerk on there, Paris, when you pay Mama, I love you. That was,
Yeah,
that was a
yeah. I
good
got to
song.
send that out to
Yeah.
Lil Rick too. I got to send that out to Lil Rick. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to say, when you were saying taxation without representation, my opinion, the representation is going to be there, but it's not going to be the representation you probably voted for if you don't get out and vote and have a majority win. Of course, all these
Good point.
different southern states are trying to turn their states completely red, and we are involved in that. But as I always say, you got to expect the unexpected, and you got to be prepared. So you got to get out there and you got to vote. And my last statement is these young people have got to get together. Tallarico, Crockett, Hinojosa. They got the phone in their car. Like the guest said, we get into a private room. I mean, the other side's doing it. They're in a private room with their big millionaire donors and making all kind of policies and laws.
Right.
And we
There
can
you go.
and the Democrats can do that also, but they have to get together and unite and put that one message out there. And when you have these young people, Jasmine Crockett can identify with these young people. Tallarico can identify with the young people, and that's the demographic that the Democrat has to break into and let them know what's going on and reach them. And they need to start now. They can't wait late. They got to start now.
And it has to be forward looking. It just cannot be
absolutely
a recounting of our grievances. It's got to be forward looking. It's got to talk about how we get people in the streets and what our agenda is. That's consonant with what Dr. Prince was talking about with Lydia this morning, a few moments ago.
Yeah.
It's got to be forward looking, saying that we are not, Donald Trump is not going to be enough for the Democrats. They are going to have to they're going to have to show some alternative. People know they are hurting now. The people are being convinced of that. The thing is, how are you going to relieve my suffering? That is what they have to address now, and that must look like a plan. It can't sound like just it can't sound just like a collection of
airing grievances.
Yeah. And so they're going to have to do that.
No,
they're going to have to meet that moment.
agree.
They are going to have to meet that moment and address the pain and suffering of black and brown people and marginalized on the margins in the white communities as well, and now workers. There's the working class, people who fall out, people who are not on the extremes of the margins, but who are comfortably, some of them, prior to all that's been going on, in the middle class.
I'm here.
Yeah.
Party time. Sounds like party time over there, Lydia. We're in the wrong place.
Y'all ready to get Mother's Day started early.
Hey, get the crunk. Y'all get the crunk over there.
Y'all have a good Mother's Day.
All right, man. All right. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Lydia, I want you to have a great Mother's Day.
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Paris.
Wait,
It
Ralph's
was
got a
nice.
Mother's Day wish for you over here.
Oh,
Yeah, Ralph's got a Mother's Day.
I saw the restaurant.
did you-
She eats real good. She posted.
I did see that.
Yeah, okay,
I did
then.
see
Then
that.
she didn't want to share where it was.
Yeah,
You know, that
yeah.
was-
But she went home and made that dish though.
Yeah, but she didn't want to.
I made that.
Yeah, she made.
I
Yeah,
did share.
Yeah,
I
but
did
later on you
share
shared.
with
Yeah,
my
later
neighbor.
on. Yeah, later on you shared Maze. Maze. I think that was the restaurant, right? Maze.
Mize,
Yeah, I forgot.
downtown.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
great. What's the soup? You know what I'm talking about?
Vietnamese?
Wonton soup. Yes. Oh my God.
Vietnamese.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Vietnamese. Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Great wonton.
And you had pot stickers in there and all of that, right? I mean,
wonton.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a great. Emilian White took me there years ago, and late at night, and you've been out with him late at night, And
Yeah.
you found out that was one of the places he went to get right for the next morning. Right?
One of his haunts. Huh?
Yeah.
They were open, 24 hours.
Yeah, they were open.
I don't know if they still are now.
Right. The little lady
Yeah,
that ran it,
yeah.
I guess she was Vietnamese. The last time I was there, she was still there. So. Yeah, she was still there.
Yeah, she's on up there now.
Yeah.
But Ralph, that was my and it takes a while to kind of get your seasoning for the Vietnamese food. So it took me a while to kind of get all my specific seasonings, and then the other stuff is basic vegetables and the other stuff. But I finally got it down, and I was like, I'm gonna make this at home.
You're really selfish. You could have put a little couple of dishes together and put it in and gave it to Paris and myself. That was really selfish.
Yeah.
You call us when you want something. You need, and see, I played your stuff, and I mentioned you had Troy on. I'm sorry, Chief Finner. You had him on today. You had him scheduled on. So, and I mention your program all the time. I see your stuff. Go back and look at what I do. I enjoy your posts.
And I know I'm going to keep on copying, sharing what you send me as well. And you put a lot of good stuff out there as well, Ralph. Ralph, do you sleep? Are you? I mean, because you think always
with 1 eye open.
If you think you should have. If you had known me when I was young, you was no. I didn't sleep. I would get up at any time.
Okay.
A story was available anytime you wanted to do the story, whatever. No, I don't believe in. I'm gonna sleep at some point in between being reincarnated, so I'll get a chance to sleep there.
Okay.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you in Paris something. This is what you in Paris and all of these political geniuses that you all have listening. I'm really upset with you, all of you. Just totally upset. Every time I hear this, I get just my bippy gets bipped up. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Why? You mentioned the states going red. Let's be real about this. This is white. We're talking about whites. Whites. The states are going white.
Yeah.
They're going back white. They want to be white. Let's just be real about this.
Yeah.
See, we don't want to admit that what they want to be white.
Yeah.
This is about being white again.
Yeah.
And this is about us acknowledging let's go and acknowledge. You want to be white again. This is what it's all about. You want to make the states white again.
Yeah,
white.
You're right. That's right.
Forget the color
red.
No,
Yes, that's right.
See, I've thought about this. I was watching a Texan replay of a game, and I saw the Texans wearing all that red. I said the Texans don't want anything to do with what they're talking about, red states.
Yeah.
Red states.
Yeah.
Just make the states white. Take the red off,
But see,
and it's black against white. That's
what you tell the Supreme Court, Ralph.
What you mean the
Because
Supreme
their
Court?
argument is it can't be. I'm gonna tell you, they're saying it's not race.
It's what?
You can't
They're
do
saying
race. It's got to be the party. And so, but what you're saying is
It's
right,
race.
and we need
To understand this,
Yes,
this is
it is. But they saying it's not that,
Yeah,
and that
we-
gives them the
That's the
They
fig
can do
leaf.
it
That
for
gives
that
them. That gives them the fig leaf to have.
You're not going.
They're going to say it's partisan gerrymandering.
Tim Scott is not red. He's black. He's not,
Yeah.
and he is in a party dominated by white people. Not
By
saying that
white
the other party is
Yeah.
not
Sure.
dominated by
Sure.
white people, but
Sure.
let's just be. Ladies and gentlemen, my mind. I've been freed since 1865. They just came to Texas and General Granger freed me. I should have been freed 2 years ago. I've been free for about 10 years now. It's 1875, and now they want to. Now they're taking the soldiers out here. Now they're taking all. I won't have the voting rights anymore.
That's what happened.
I won't. I may not be free anymore.
Yeah.
And go back to 1875. Just go back for a moment. If you don't want to see, if you don't believe what's happening right now, it's happening. Go back to 1875 for a moment.
Well, you know what? We were talking about that this morning. I talked about when we had over 2,000 black representatives.
Right.
The problem is the problem was that once we whenever you look at our history across the arc of history, you see that for whatever advances we made, they were soon reversed.
Right.
Beginning with the 40 acres.
Right.
Beginning with the 40 acres.
Right.
And the land that was taken.
Right.
And that land which wasn't taken was turned into swamps.
Right.
And so the farmland that people had hoped for did not happen. And then when you go to 1867, when we began losing seats in the we began losing seats in the House of Representatives, you began seeing black folks becoming the victim of Jim Crow laws. They had black codes. They had other things, right? And then when you come up to 1877, like you're talking about,
Reconstruction, when they took the soldiers from the South.
This is it. That was the Missouri Compromise, where they So the Democrats agreed to, in exchange for Tilden Hayes winning the election, the Democrats agreed to take the federal government out of the South, which was in effect at that time. The federal government was the Union Army.
Right.
All right.
The Union Army was it.
Yeah. And from that, it would take us from that time up through 1965 to actually get something that resembled a Voting Rights Act with at least some teeth in it. Right. And this is where we are today. And at intervening periods, we would get Plessy versus Ferguson. We would get certain acts that seemed to grant us some freedom, but no sooner had we gotten it than we had to go back and fight at the state level again.
Fight for it again.
States' rights, and that's where we are now. And we have to be up for that. Yeah,
we've got to go out and vote. I don't care who you vote for.
Yeah,
I mean, I know everybody's. They want you to take sides in these different races. You got some black people running, and it's, you got to pick. You got to be with so and so. You got to be with. I don't have to be with nobody.
Yeah,
I don't have to tell you how I vote.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vote.
That's right.
I'll put you behind in office to help the people that you need to help.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you have.
I don't need your damn help. I don't even want your help because you ain't gonna do nothing for. All I want you to do is get in the office and work for the people who are out here. Who need you? People need you right now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
All right, cool. My
bad.
Harris, you up in the live. I got you.
You got me working.
What is this thing on? This is a YouTube. What is this?
That's the YouTube. 12:30 the source. 12:30 the source. YouTube. You'll be right there. Now you got to turn it off one time in order for us to get back up again.
I'm
okay.
I have a beautiful weekend.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. And don't forget your husband.
Thank you.
Don't forget your husband.
I won't.
No, don't make an extra effort.
All right. Ralph Cooper up next, everybody.
Ralph Cooper has covered the legends of HBCUs since 1969. Coaches Eddie Robinson, Jake Gaither, Marino Cassim, John Merritt, Billy Nix, Alex Durley, Clifford Paul, Dr.
Source Industries Irrigation is now Aquamatic Irrigation, and Michael Von Williams is still your point of contact. Michael has over 27 years experience in the irrigation industry and is licensed and insured, but he now has additional support. So if you have a lawn sprinkler system that is no longer operating properly, or you're tired of lugging water hoses around, call Aquamatic Irrigation at 346-476-9065. If you don't have a lawn sprinkler system, give Aquamatic Irrigation a call to have your automatic lawn sprinkler system installed. Enjoy your lawn and improve your property value. In order to keep your lawn and landscaping in excellent condition, Aquamatic Irrigation also offers routine maintenance programs to check the system for leaks, proper controller settings, and sprinkler head alignment. Call Aquamatic Irrigation, your sprinkler company, 346-476-9065, or visit our website at www.aquamaticirrigation.net.
From the backwoods of Mississippi to the bright lights of Chicago.
And leaving would be the last thing on my mind. If I could turn back the hands of time.
From the backwoods of Arkansas to the bright lights of Chicago.
It's cheaper to keep her.
A 1969 #1 million seller.
Baby, can I change my mind?
A 1969 #1 million seller.
Who's making love to your fool, baby? Why you I'm making love?
TD.
So good to be home with you.
JT.
Only my woman can.
Tyrone Davis. Johnny Taylor.
I wanna play something pretty, baby.
It's a classic showdown. Friday afternoon, May 15th at 3 on 1230 KCOH. The Source.
Paris is still in. You want to put something in? Go on. You going?
I'm good.
Well,
We're Gucci.
the Astros.
This is what the kids say today, Ralph.
The Astros are in Cincinnati. Many of you who listen to this program, you're from Cincinnati, Ohio. You're from Cleveland and all these places. You don't know your history. We give you free history lessons here also as the Astros get ready to play up in Cincinnati. Now, one of the main things I want to share with you about Cincinnati, who was Cincinnati named after? Who did they name Cincinnati after? Now, man, think about that for a moment. Who was Cincinnati named after? What person did they name Cincinnati after? And why did they name Cincinnati after this particular individual? Who was this individual? Who was the individual Cincinnati was named after? 713-668-1230 is the number here. 713-668-1230 is the number. And the NBA playoffs will continue, as many of you know. The Lakers are in trouble. Okay, the Lakers are down 2-0 now. 2-0. The Lakers are down 2-0. 2-0. Can you believe that? The Lakers 2-0 to Oklahoma City. And many people say that's no surprise to me. You didn't really think the Lakers would have a chance of beating that team, did you? And so you say, hey, well, maybe I thought they did. Maybe I thought they had a chance of winning that particular series. But the way it looks now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Cloudy day in Houston with rain, a light rain right now. Storms in the area also, I'm told. If you're up in Madisonville, Texas, you've probably been in a storm. Huntsville, Texas, you've probably been in a storm today. And again, hopefully, everything will work out for you possible. 1230 The Source. 1230 The Source, you can go on YouTube and you catch the program on 1230 The Source. You can also catch the program on KCOH The Source. KCOH The Source. You may be listening that way on your phone, the Simple Radio app, and also Ralph Cooper Facebook Live. So there are a number of ways you can catch the program. And as I do this, and in these times when you have people trying to do things to make you not positive, I try to stay as positive as I can. And I know my mind is messed up. I have no apologies. So I see this thing, people always, you don't know how when you were young, even and older. When I was young, I didn't know how I was being influenced by different people. Locally, here in Houston, on television, you had 3 TV stations with the public station, Channel 8. You had 13, 11, and 2, ABC, CBS, NBC, right? So you didn't have all of these outlets like you have now. You didn't have a Nate Griffin early in the morning giving you sports. You didn't have a Nate Griffin. You didn't have a guy who didn't look like Nate Griffin giving you any sports early in the morning on television here in Houston. And you had some choices on the radio though. But on TV, you didn't. So you watch television, you're still in high school. You're watching TV and you're watching different people. Even after you get out of high school, you're watching people that you never thought you would meet, but you didn't really know that they were influencing you by just you watching them. I see this thing with Dan Lovett. Dan Lovett did sports at Channel 13 here in Houston. Dan Lovett was very, very good at what he did. And I used to watch him all the time on Channel 13, never thinking that one day I would meet him, never thinking one day I would even be doing the same thing he was doing. But I was listening to him, and I was learning at the same time without having no clue that I would be doing something like what he was doing. He was on KNUZ radio here in Houston, and he was on Kilt radio here in Houston, and the person he was writing about in his post he put out was Dave Ward, who was on KNUZ radio in Houston during that time, and KNUZ was 1230. Kilt was 610, if I'm correct, like it is now. But both ended up working at Channel 13. And both had an influence in a roundabout way because of just watching them. The professionalism, the fun they had, and how they took pride in sharing information about people that we didn't really know. So I salute Dave. Dave Ward is in the heavens. Dan Lovett is still living. So I salute, just a special salute and a thanks to Dan Lovett. If you know him, let him know that. The other thing that's inspirational to me, you look for things that are inspirational to you. The other one is Jerome Love, Texas Black Expo. They're coming to Houston next weekend. But Jerome Love is always doing a lot of things. He does a thing with Rushion McDonald, and they're getting ready to interview Stephen A. Smith. And I applaud them for what they're doing. They're also, Jerome Love's daughter is graduating from Howard University. So there's a lot going on. There's a very positive thing with Jerome Love, right? Another positive situation. And the other one, another one is Dr. Cam Hill. Dr. Cam Hill here locally. Dr. Cam Hill is always posting very interesting things and things that make you think. May not always agree with people, but at least they make you think. So he put this thing out where Rachel Scott, an ABC reporter, was battered by President Trump. And he went off on her because of a question she asked. And then he called her one of the worst reporters. a stupid question, a horror story. Think about this. Now, what kind of mentality do you have? What kind of mentality do you have when you're always attacking people? Always attacking people. There's nothing positive going on ever around you. It's always something, some crap. Always something negative. Then I saw this thing, and I know this will make some of the basketball gurus who claim that there was a greater basketball player than Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain, May 7th, 1972. Wilt Chamberlain with the Lakers. They defeated the New York Knicks in the NBA Finals to win the NBA championship, their first since moving from Minneapolis, to Los Angeles. Wilt Chamberlain dominated. Wilt was all over the place. 24 points. And Wilt said, hey, man, I've been up all night. I'm going to be up all night tonight. But he had 24, think about this, 24 points, 29 rebounds, 8 blocks, 8 assists, and played, get this, he played 47 minutes in the game. Wilt Chamberlain, May 7th, 1972, the Lakers win the NBA championship. That season, Wilt, not the same Wilt he had been when he was younger, but still a dominating player. Wilt Chamberlain. Clyde Frazier played for the New York Knicks. 27 points, 10 assists in the game in a losing cause, 7 rebounds. Clyde played 47 minutes in that game. And in that series, Wilt was the MVP. He averaged 19 points a game, 23 rebounds a game as the Lakers won the NBA championship that particular year. I guess that's right. Hey, man, you may need to go check. Is it right or wrong? Is it wrong information, right information? Hey, man, all I know is Wilt Chamberlain. So anyway, we got that one in. Last night, the Lakers were whipped by Oklahoma City, 125-107. The Lakers lead the series 2-0. Also, the Detroit beat Cleveland 107-97. 107-97. Cade Cunningham, 25 points, 10 assists. You know, James Harden plays for Cleveland. Maybe he spent the evening or whatever the night before at a strip joint, or maybe he should have gone to one. James Harden for Cleveland, only 10 points. He went 3 of 13 from the field. Detroit leads the series over Cleveland 2-0. 2-0. More Wilt Chamberlain. More Wilt. Hey, man. This is for the people up in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The people up in the Hershey, Pennsylvania, Deer Lake, Pennsylvania area, Philadelphia area, New York, etc. Here we go with some more Wilt Chamberlain. Scored 100 points on March 2nd, 1962. He had been up all night. Did you hear what I said? He had been up all night. They didn't travel like they do now. He lived in New York. He traveled from Harlem to Hershey, Pennsylvania on a public bus, and then spent 4 hours playing on one of those arcade machines, because what they did back then, they didn't have all the luxuries that they have now in the NBA. They didn't let you check in a hotel and you playing 3 or 4 hours later. No. You either went straight to the arena or you found something else to do. And Wilt scored 100 points that night, did it without sleeping. Once again, did it without sleeping. And this is what he's quoted as saying, hey, I don't drink, but I did love to boogie and dance, and so on and so forth. I live in New York and I commute to Philadelphia. So I was like up all night. The game started at 7:30, but I had to come in from New York to Philadelphia. I left that morning at 9 o'clock, catch a bus from Philadelphia, a bus to Hershey, Pennsylvania, which is about a 3-hour ride. And my friends are all talking. He arrived at Hershey Park Arena at 3:30 in the afternoon, a few hours, 4 hours before the game, before the tip-off. That was one of those little arcade places nearby. So Wilt says, hey, quote, there was no hotel for us to stay at because we saved money in those days. You went right to the arena and spent 4 or 5 hours, and there was a penny arcade there, which I went shooting rifles. His teammate Tom Macheri watched him monopolize the target shooting game for the entire 4 hours. And Wilt said afterwards, I was just killing everybody. So for 4 hours, we spent time in doing that, and then we went out there and played. No, end of quote. Again, no sleep, a public bus from Harlem to Hershey, Pennsylvania, and then he hitchhiked with 2 New York Knicks players who drove from New York to Hershey, Pennsylvania. He hitchhiked with them back to New York, sleeping in the back seat of their car. Caller, you're on.
Hey, Big Coop.
Yes.
Man, thank you for what you
era, he probably would have been better.
Nah.
You know
what
why?
makes you say that, sir?
Why? Because the chatter, the talk would have been more. See, the talk, what you call it? You know what I'm talking about. The talk was not advertised or promoted like it is today and at that time. They've always talked.
Well,
always talk.
Elijah wanted to do no bragging.
No, you didn't have to do it. I'm talking about the fans. I'm talking about people like you. People like you would have played a role in this. People like you would have fired him up. Fired the man up. People like you would have fired him up. I'm talking about Wilt.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been messing with Wilt. I'd have been telling him the dream. That's all I'd have been hollering.
Hey,
Wilt couldn't hang.
Yeah.
Bottom line, Wilt couldn't hang.
If you run into Otto Moore, who was a first-round pick into the NBA out of Pan American University, not Texas A&M or whatever, Edinburgh. If you ever run into Otto Moore, ask him about Wilt, and ask him what he was a nice person too.
Yeah, Will was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. Oh man, I saw a whole lot of things about Will.
Yeah.
But I thought you was an advocate for him. But you're not doing a good job. But I guess you ask some of the callers that Elijah won. I'm pretty sure they'll agree with me that Elijah won.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you because I had one advantage over you all that you didn't have. I saw them both in person. You didn't.
I saw Will in person, man. Come on, man. I'm 67 years old.
What do you? Apparently you didn't because apparently if you had.
I saw Will when he was with the Lakers.
If you had, you would.
Will used to he couldn't shoot free throws, so he had to do the little under between his legs little scoop. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. And then he shot him, tried to shoot him the other way. I saw all that. But but I saw.
Will played with Jerry West out there, and he played with Philadelphia with the ball headed. I can't think of his name. The point guard he played with. It's slipped my mind.
Played with Hal. He played with a
Hal Greer.
He played with a great University of Houston player. He played with a great
at Philadelphia.
Yeah, he played with a great University of Houston player who came, of course, before Elvin and Don Chaney in that group, and he was on the floor with Wilt the night he hit the 100 points.
Enlighten me, sir.
What do you mean enlighten you? You people don't want to listen.
I'm listening to you, man.
Yeah, people don't want to listen. Yeah, you people. I'm gonna make sure I get the exact. I want to because a guy like you. You remind me of Rachel Scott and what's her name and Trump, President Trump. See, you're one of
Hold on, man. Wait a minute, man. You're crossing the line now, man. I ain't reminding you of no damn Trump, man. You're crossing the line now, man.
.210, 205, small forward, and he played with Wilt Chamberlain, and he was on the floor that night. In fact, he had several assists to Wilt when Wilt scored the 100 points.
Wilt scored 100 points. He should have had. Everybody should have got. The coach should have got an assist.
Well, maybe he did. He may have, but.
Everybody,
he played.
Somebody had to feed you the ball.
Yeah, well, he was one of the people. He was getting rebounds, passing the ball. They were trying to get Wilt to 100. When they got to 90-something, everybody on the team was trying to make sure Wilt got the 100 points.
Yeah, but the question is how many free throws did Wilt make that night?
28 of 32.
What was
28? He had one of his best field goals. That's what helped him get the record. He made free throws that night remember I told you the story about
the percentage on free throw percentage.
That night, it was 28, whatever, it was 28 or 32. That night, he had an exceptional night.
Oh, he had 28 out of 32.
And guess what he said, though? He said playing in that arcade game, or whatever, pink, you know, them arcade games. He said playing on the arcade games before the game helped him or sparked him to make 28 out of 32 free throws that night.
Ralph, I'm going to tell you a story.
Go
I
ahead.
took this ride down to San Antonio one night on a bus ride going to San Antonio to see the Houston Rockets play the San Antonio Spurs. Got down there, the Spurs fan was out hollering and hooping. They give David Robinson MVP trophy. He lifting it all up over his head and stuff. And, you know, the Dream just sitting there looking, saying, that should have been my trophy. I'm going to show him. He's going to lift a trophy in my face. I'm going to show him. I'm going to show him. David Robinson was like a ballerina, man, on his tiptoes, turning around, flipping around, trying to catch a Keem. Keem scored like 40 points that night. Played 40 minutes, 40 points. Had a triple-double. All the same, and beat the San Antonio Spurs. Sent them home.
Well, you're talking about a great player, though. You're talking about Akeem Olajuwon. See, think about this.
That's exactly what he would have did to Wilt. Wilt come out there talking about he hit 100
you
points
run
on
into,
Akeem.
You run.
That ain't going to happen.
Yeah, but you run into, when you talk to Elvin Hayes is still living. If you run into him, ask him about Wilt. And like I said, ask Art. I was thinking about the bigger guy. Ask Otto Moore, who lives in the area, also about Wilt. Ask those two about Wilt Chamberlain. And
I'm not doubting Wilt was a great player, but he just,
and then you want to.
When he hit 100 points, so he ain't got nobody bigger than 6'2" on him.
I said they had a 6'10" on the team and a 6'2", 6'9" on that team. They didn't have a 7-footer. No, they didn't have a 7-footer on the team.
Well, what good is to have a 6'10", 6'9" person on the team that can't play, Ralph?
Anybody who can make it to the NBA, well, I'll take that back. Most people who made it to the NBA could play. I've seen some people who couldn't play. One here. I'm not gonna go into any detail, but one here, and you ask, how could you? You ask a high-ranking individual with the organization at that time. You're drinking. He was a friend, and you drink beer with him all the time. So, can I ask you one question? Why did you draft?
About you were talking about earlier. I'm get off. You were talking about earlier
Did I ask you? See, this is what's wrong with you people. I wasn't rushing you to get off. Every line is lit up down there. I'll get to the people in a minute, and I want to thank all of them for calling in. And we will have a fishing report today. I know you don't have, but you don't tell me. You can't tell me. That's just what's wrong with you people. You want to tell me. Repeat what you just said a moment ago. I'm gonna get off.
I want it. Yeah, I say. Well, I'm gonna hurry up and get out so other people can call me. That's what I don't want to hold.
You hadn't been concerned. You hadn't been concerned during the other part of the conversation. Why should you be concerned now? Go ahead. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, you talked about they mentioned earlier about the civility of the administration and how what's his name, the king, what's his name, King Philip, and how he came down and spoke elegant and no threats and stuff like that. See, this is the stuff that the MAGA people like to hear. They like to hear when Trump says we're gonna see a big glow coming out of Iran, and we're gonna obliterate. We're gonna end a whole human race. They want to hear stuff like they love that kind of talk, and it's unfortunate, that people get off to people talking that way, and they support that kind of talk. They think he's doing a good job with this war that he started. So goes a long way. I'm not saying that the party on the other side should use that same tone, because to me that type of tone is not electable overall to the people. So the tone that these politicians use does equate to vote in one way or another.
Can I ask you a personal question, sir? Champ.
I don't know. It all depends on what this question is.
Well, it doesn't matter then. I'm going to ask you
can
anyway.
ask the question.
I'm going to ask the question. Champ, when was the last time you encouraged somebody to go vote?
Probably about an hour ago.
Well,
when I talked to Paris.
Well, I'm talking about somebody other than Paris. Anybody else? When the last time you got in somebody's face?
Every time I get on the radio.
Well, I know on the radio, but when the last time you got in somebody's face? I mean, you're a church guy. You belong to a frat or something? Or you what? When was the last time you got in somebody's
out in the
face?
public? I work at the airport, sir, and I do have a group of, I can't tell, like, customers.
I didn't say customers. I just said anybody.
I can't do that, but I do have a group of people I work with every day, and we do talk about the importance of voting, sir. Yes.
Okay, and you work at the airport?
Yes, sir, I do.
And a guy like you, how have you shown some comfort to the people who may have had a Spirit ticket, and Spirit goes out of business? Imagine, okay, I'm one of them. I'm out at the airport. I see Spirit is going out of business, and I've got a ticket to go to wherever I'm going, Chicago. And how would you comfort me? How would you, as a worker, you work at the airport? How do you deal with that? How do you help people like that?
What the company what Southwest has done, we help those people get to fly with us in Unrail, and we still honored their way to get them home on their benefits. So we still kept those, but we still honor the benefits that partnership that we had with Spirit of getting their crew, any of their employees.
I'm just talking about. I'm a custom. I'm flying. I'm trying to get home, man. I'm trying to get home, and Spirit is out of business. And you working out here for Southwest. Help me. Can I
finish?
Well, help me. Well, you going all around the bush. I'm talking about some pilots and stuff.
I'm telling you what we did for the employees. So we do honor the benefits of the employees. And matter of fact, I did have a flight attendant and that came up to me when I was working yesterday, and she said, well, I'm trying to get home. She started crying and stuff, and and I let her know that we do honor those benefits. They will get you home.
Well, that's 17,000. There's 17,000 former employees.
Reclaiming my time, sir. Reclaiming my time. So, as far as customers, what we've done.
Clients.
For customers, what we've done, if they can produce the receipt from the flight that they have purchased, then we will give them a non-rail.
Well, I have my receipt. Right. I'm out at the airport right now. I got my receipt. You gonna put me? I want to go to Chicago. When the next time the flight going to Chicago?
We do have 3 flights that go to Chicago.
Are you honoring my ticket? Here's my ticket.
If you have a receipt, yes, sir, that your ticket will be. We will accommodate you as best we can on a flight.
Okay, and same thing. Tomorrow I'm going to try to go to Cincinnati with a Spirit ticket. Can you get me to Cincinnati on a Spirit ticket so I can see the Astros?
We don't go direct to Cincinnati, but we can get you a couple of connections to get there. So we get you close as we possibly can to Cincinnati.
I'll see you later. Thank you. Appreciate
All right.
it.
Elijah won, the dream.
That's good. Keep talking about it. Thank you. And Carly, you're on. Hello.
Hey, Ralph. It's Jefferson County Randy.
Hey, how you doing, Jefferson County Randy?
I'm doing fine. Hey, I'm so used to the other talk shows that you have to wait 8 days and go through a screener, and if you say the wrong word, and they'll cut you off. Can I talk about the Astros a little bit? Or that,
I hope you got a remedy. I hope you got a remedy. Go ahead. Especially since Cincinnati has a winning record. but they've lost 7 games in a row, I think. But the Astros play starting tonight. Go ahead. Yes.
Well, yeah. Hold on. Sure. Anyway, so let me ask you this. Okay, we talked before last week, and you've been there. I've been watching, and but I remember being home and watching 1980 down to the last out to go into the World Series. Jose sitting in the dugout crying. I remember 86 walking into a bar because I've been sober a long time, but I wasn't then. And I walked in, Bass was swinging, the bottom of the 16th.
Yeah.
And then 2005, we made it. Oh, we got sweat. But we made it.
Yeah.
Then we're cruising. Everything's good. Then it's lean. I said, the brother just called. He's 67. I'm 67. He got a couple years on me. But you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And to me, I look at the numbers. I've gone back and done a little research on what used to be the, IL, now it's the whatever, injury list. Has it ever been this bad as far as injuries? I know it'd be percentage-wise because there's 30. I don't have a remedy, by the way, so I'm not, I got to take a powder on that. I know what I think it is, but I'd like to hear what you think.
I don't think it's ever been this bad. I mean, when I say injury-wise, I'm talking about.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, why is it like that? What has happened in the last 10 years?
I'm trying to figure it out myself because I went back and I looked. I saw a team, and this was before the majors were integrated, but it gave me an idea. I wanted to know how. I went back and I looked at it. I think it was Philadelphia. They had a team. They played 154 games. The Philadelphia Athletics, I think it was.
Right.
They played a schedule of 154 games, and if I'm correct, nobody was injured. I mean, when I say nobody missed a game because of injuries at that time, and that was 100 years ago. Nearly 100 years ago when this happened that I saw that, and because I was trying to find out what was it like even before integration. I know what it's like since Jackie Robinson in the 50s and 60s and 70s, etc. But I've never seen anything like what is. They're making more money now. The travel is better. They eat better, and they train better. So why are there so many injuries? I'm asking some of you also.
Well, let me that last one you just said. Do you think it's possible that the conditioning and the fancy machine? I'm not a doctor. I don't. But do you think that the modern technology, the training, trying to throw over 100 and that being your crown of glory, for the pitchers and then the players in general, the way they work out, can you overtrain, or can you play around during the off season and then come back and then overtrain? I mean, it was curious to think. I think everybody got fired, but Espada last year, and clearly it wasn't training. Correa said he thought, which I thought was interesting because he was on the Astros. Remember last year, Correa said he thinks it had to do with the way the players were taking care of themselves in the off season,
right,
and all that.
Yeah.
And can it be where the technology advanced that these guys are doing all this down to the 16th of an inch of training, and I guess you can make your muscles too tight or too strong in trying to run in a sport like baseball, and they can't even step without pulling something?
Well,
do you think it has possibly something to do with that?
I do. But I can't prove it because, see, you think about okay, you go back and you watch, we'll just deal with here. You watch Nolan Ryan pitching in his 40s. You watch J.R. ended up with a stroke, but you remember J.R. before the stroke. You remember he threw the knuckleball, but look, he lasted a Negro, Larry Durker. All these guys, and then you watch. I saw a game. I didn't see the game, but I read about this game, and I read about it when I was younger too, where you had Warren Marshall and Warren Spahn pitching against each other.
Oh my goodness!
Warren they went 16 innings, and the game ended when Willie Mays hit a home run off of Warren Spahn. I think they ended up 1-0. But the thing about it was, Warren Spahn was the younger guy, right? And Warren Spahn was the older guy. He was in his 40s.
I was going to say that would have been.
Yeah, he was in his 40s. And Warren Marshall was the young. He was about 27. And guess what he said? When you read, they asked him, "Why didn't you come out of the game?" But this is when
Yeah.
guys were going 9 innings also. So now they're in the 16th inning. They said, why wouldn't you come out of the game? And he said he wasn't coming out of the game because he wasn't going to let an old guy out pitch him.
Yeah.
Out
Yeah.
pitch him.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. And so you think about Sandy Koufax, who had arm problems or whatever. But look at, I mean, he was going 9 innings. Don Drysdale, 9 innings. Don Wilson pitched 2 no-hitters here. These guys were going 9 innings, and now it's like the experts and analytics have messed up the game.
And that's what I think's happening. Again, like you said, can't prove it.
Right.
My opinion from watching, I watch baseball. 1969. I may have mentioned last time. My grandma got me a little baseball book, and it was on. And I can't tell you anything firsthand about baseball until '69 and after. But I studied the records and all that. And the other day, I was looking at the injuries and comparing the percentages, and it's nuts.
Right.
And sometimes I like to get out the old baseball standings and pick a day, or just say Koufax versus Durker.
Right.
And looking now, one of them might have an off day.
Right.
But look at that box and see how there was one. I think Koufax went 9, Durker went 9,
and look at
one another.
Yeah, and then you had Bob Gibson. He wasn't coming out of a damn game.
That's right. Hey, did you ever meet Gibson or Rose?
Yes.
Were you able to meet them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw an interview with Rose. Of course, it was about 2 years ago, when he was talking about when they used to play more.
Yeah,
no, it was a documentary. He said he wouldn't come out because it was a pride thing.
Right, and that's
he
what I'm saying.
He was afraid of somebody getting his job.
Yeah, they wouldn't, but that's the way they thought. I'm gonna have to get another one in, but that's a great topic, and call back. I want to talk more about that because I think about that all the time. And you look at it now, they did a thing the other. I think Cy Young holds the record for most complete games, 9 inning game, most complete games, 700 and something. But guess right now, Verlander. How long has Verlander been playing? 20 years, right?
Yeah.
So 20. If you go check
20 plus.
20. Yeah. I don't think he has, but about 23 complete games.
It's a different deal.
Yeah, it's a
My
different.
wife and I'll tell my wife. She knows. I'm gonna tell her you and I talk. She's trying to figure it out too. We talk about this, and when Correa went down, I said, "I love these guys, but I don't know if I can keep doing this. It's too painful. I'm going to have to go to another therapist."
Right.
But anyway.
Yeah. And
all right.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Hey, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll call you back. Bye.
Please call back. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and those of you who are holding, I'm coming your way. This one has been holding for a minute. Caller, you're on.
Good last call, Ralph. He loves baseball. And
yeah.
Back
Randy from the Golden Triangle. Go ahead.
Okay. I got the name now, and I'll recognize his voice, obviously. But he's a baseball guy. But back in the old days, I mean, it's no question today's players, whatever sport, are more physically fit, Ralph. They got trainers, they got the proper nutrition, and in the old days, ladies and gentlemen, because of the money, a lot of players had to work during the off season. Actually, not sports. They had a real job. I mean, but times are different. It's hard to compare back then. But he was talking baseball. It reminded me of Ted Williams going into the last game. He was at 399.6. They would have rounded it off, but he decided to play.
Right.
And you know the story, Ralph.
Right. Oh yeah.
But there's great baseball stories. And baseball is a game of numbers.
Right.
And we all, Cy Young, as I recall, I haven't looked at the record book in years, but now it's online. 526, I believe.
Yeah.
Games won. We used to remember numbers like 714, and you know what that. But now people pass those numbers. Eventually, all records are made to be broken, except some records like you've talked.
Right.
But getting to Wilt Chamberlain. Well, why do you allow anybody to? And I know I'm making fun of. No, come on. If you don't think Wilt is the greatest, you really didn't see him. I mean, you can claim you saw him, but you probably didn't see him in his prime. I mean, I wish you would remind people how great Wilt was in college. He ran track, ladies and gentlemen, and after basketball, he did the volleyball thing, and one season he said, I'm gonna decide to lead the league in assists, and it's legendary how physically strong he was. I mean, there's no doubt, and I defy anybody who actually saw. I didn't see him in person, okay, but I saw the games in the Hershey, Pennsylvania. Like 100,000 people claim to have seen the game, but as you know, you've heard that story. Only it only held a few thousand, but
one person who saw the game, who lives here locally and is involved in basketball now, as putting on tournaments and stuff, was Hal Pastner. Hal Pastner was a ball boy. He was the ball boy of the Philadelphia 76ers, and I think he said they didn't have Gatorade, of course, back then, but I think he said that his favorite beverage during the games was 7-Up. I think that's what he said, 7-Up at that time. So
yeah.
So so that would. I mean, it's a small. Well, as you know, it's a small world. People, you don't know who's been where and what they saw. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. And like you say, you don't know who's listening or who knows what.
Right.
And you're right. I was going to bring it up, but you beat me to it. Wilt wasn't a great free throw shooter, but obviously when he wanted to shoot free throws, he made them.
Right.
And all that. So no, and man, but the games he get against Bill Russell, man, that was some competition.
Right.
And he started off not. I don't know if he ever got back or became real friends, but he never did give credit to Lou Kareem.
Yeah. But you know the other thing that I didn't tell the caller this. Now, Wilt Chamberlain worked at the well-known country club in New York State. I forgot, Kushner's or whatever it was at that time. When he was in high school, he worked at this place, right? And during the summer, he would work there, and he ran into Red Auerbach, who came to this place quite a bit, and who tried to get him to move out of Philadelphia and move into the area where Boston was, because they were doing the territorial drafting back then. You drafted people by the areas, and of course Wilt didn't do it. But he just shared that. But then there are other stories about what Wilt was doing while he was still in high school now. He was playing with some semi-pro teams or whatever under another name, but they didn't keep records like they do now.
Right.
Yeah.
The blocks and all that.
Yeah.
So but Oh, and by the way, speaking of other, he went for a season or two, Harlem Globetrotters.
Right.
Wilt Chamberlain was a Globetrotter, and I know you know all this, but
he had to bring. He couldn't. They had Meadowlark Lemon, right? Meadowlark Lemon was the clown of the team, so Wilt's job was to bring the ball up the floor. He was a guard.
I mean, there was nothing he couldn't do, and for a while there was, he had a bigger ego than anybody thought he could. Fight Muhammad Ali.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, stories go on and on, but no, that's what I have. Have a good day, Ralph. Take care.
Okay, and one last thing. Jim Brown challenged them in the 100. I forgot where they were or whatever. Jim Brown challenged them in the 100. So he beat Jim Brown the first time.
Yeah.
And so Jim Brown didn't, you know about Jim Brown. Brown, you have to. We talking about two hell of a egos. So Jim Brown didn't think the man could beat him twice, so he wanted to race him again. The man said, "No, we don't have to race no more." That's it. So he finally gave in, and Jim Brown lost again. And then Jim Brown finally admitted that maybe he is faster than I am. He beat me twice.
And I'll leave you with this, ladies and gentlemen. Close your eyes. Imagine a 7-foot guy, long legs, running 100. Man, those steps. Man, that's incredible. Take care, Ralph.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 713-668-1230. Caller, you're on. comes back from World War II. Never had been out of Leon County. Never been out of Jewett, Texas, Leon County, Centerville, Woody's area. Never had been out of the area. They draft him right at 17. He gets drafted, and he's shipped after boot camp. He's put on a ship, and he doesn't know where he's going. He didn't know where he was when he got there. Never had heard of the place before. Burma was in the Pacific, Burma. He gets out in the Pacific, World War II, and then there's talk of the U.S. trying to invade Japan to get them to end the war. Hitler's already out of the war, right? The Germany's gone. But what happened was they decided to drop the bombs, right? They dropped the 2 bombs, and the Japanese surrender, right? So my father, who was in Burma, who witnessed bodies being U.S. soldiers being killed and their bodies being prepared and shipped back home or whatever, and he was around dead bodies and stuff. But they shipped him back home. No trip to the VA for a, what they call it, a detox. No trip to the VA, just right back to Jewett, Texas.
Oh man!
So him and my mama hook up, and guess what happened?
I got another Cooper.
They created a baby, right? Which
is
me.
Yes, sir.
So they created a baby. Okay. So just think if maybe if the bomb. Well, anyway, but I'm just saying it's a small. What would have happened if Harry Truman had not decided to drop the 2 atom bombs on Japan? I may not have been born, right? Or what would have happened if your parents decided we don't want to have a child, or the grandparents had decided to do that. But the grandparents on both sides said, to hell with that. We'll have a grandbaby, right?
Okay.
And so you were born. So I think about that this is Mother's Day week, but what would a mother be without a man?
There you go. Now that's a great chemistry. That's a great chemistry. At the age of 24 chromosome makes the baby.
Well,
that's 48 chromosomes.
Okay, doctor. What else?
Hey,
Dr. George.
Let's move on. Tell me the story, Cooper, please.
Tell you what story? Tell you what story?
I mean, the story of your life. I was listening to you and how you, in history, that you give us great history in life. And without your mother and your father, we wouldn't have a great person like you in life.
The abuse that my mother and father gave me, the abuse, okay, without this is Mother's Day coming up, but without a father, without a father, I wouldn't have known about Jackie Robinson when I was 4 or 5 years old. Without a father, I wouldn't have seen a picture in a newspaper of Jackie Robinson when I was 4 or 5 years old, or the Brooklyn Dodgers, or Roy Campanella, or Don Newcomb, without a father in my life at that time. Although the father would leave later on, but you have to think about what would have happened if the things you did get from your father had not happened. That's the blessing, right? So you think about the positive side of it, but you think about the other side of how your parents, you're 6, 7 years old. So your parents decide that it's time for you to, although you're in school in Houston, it's time for you to spend some time in the summer with your grandparents.
Yes, sir. Okay, yeah.
And this is where your mama abuses you and tell, oh, you're gonna have a great time in the summer. Bye. You know, she didn't mention the work. You know, you have a great time dealing with
I know you ran from work. I do.
The animals, and all that kind of stuff, the cows, the pigs, and all that, chickens, and all that kind of. She mentioned all that, but now she didn't mention the work tied in with those animals and picking peas, right? And the fact that your grandparents did something else that would change your life forever. So you thinking you're going on a vacation. So you're all excited. School is out. You don't have to get up at 6:30 or 7 o'clock to get ready to go to school. You can sleep late to 9 or 10 o'clock. And then you that happened for a moment that weekend, but that Monday morning, your grandparents wake you up 5:30, 6 o'clock, preparing you to go to the fields to work. And so, hey man, and then they feed your grandmother. Your grandmother already is cooked. Your grandmother's already cooked breakfast, and part of lunch she's already cooked, and then she's going to go work for some white people. She's going to work after she does all this. Your grandfather drops her off at a job she worked for. She goes to cook for some white people also, right, in the town, small town. Yeah, you know, and so now you are awakened, told to put your clothes on, brush your teeth, put your clothes on. And the first one I went, they didn't have running water in there, so you have to do it in a little bowl or whatever. Hey man. So anyway, to make a long story short, your behind is put out in the field at 7 years old with a croaker sack, with a white sack or croaker sack that was about 6 feet long. So you ask, what am I supposed to? Then you had another you gonna pick peas, and you put the peas in the bag, and they strap that around you. Then your grandmother then you got a long sleeve shirt on. You got a long sleeve shirt on and a cap. They put on your head, and then wait a minute, hold it. Then I'm gonna let you talk. Then you look out. You look out the backyard, and the yard is flat all the way up to about 4 or 5 football fields. It's flat, right? Then it goes up for about 50 yards. So you're gonna do 5 football fields and a half of picking peas, and then you got to come back down the other way. You see what I'm saying? So, so you're talking about some work. See, people say, hey, man, I know what work is. I know what my grandparents did to me. And I have no regrets, because it was one thing that it taught me, that if you... To be a man. It taught you also, they taught you that the pay was nothing compared to... But the pay meant a lot to me then. If you worked all summer and you were able to save up $60 or $70, which meant you had money to buy your school clothes, right? Some tennies and school clothes. But you had, hey man, on the weekends, on Saturday, they would take us to town. You go into the back. You couldn't go through the front door of the drugstore. You couldn't sit on the damn stool. You had to go into the back door of the drugstore. You spending money buying comic books and pints of ice cream. Very little candy in my case. Pints of ice cream. And that's how you spent your money. Except the money you saved to buy you some school clothes when you came back from the country. So you get back, and the teacher, one of the teachers, this was Mrs. Carr, I think it was, Mrs. Carr, asked you to stand up in front of the class, B.H. Grind. And what did y'all do for the summer? Stand up. And you say, my grandparents had me in the fields picking peas, hauling watermelons, hoeing potatoes, slopping hoes.
Hey, cool. I'm go come and look at.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mamas, but go ahead.
Those are days to remember. But I mean, it makes you feel that you have arrived, and that's why I said I got to get a statue for you for when I go to do it. I want to remember you.
Give me something I can't take with me. Some money. Money. And then some others will say some honey. Money, not honey. Money.
With all the honey you're kidding right now, because that's not going in. Okay, but I'm gonna let you go about it. I need to get your height for the bill of statue for when I go into.
I don't need a height. Give me a pair of 11 tennis shoes. Give me a pair of 11 tennis shoes. That'll work. Okay. Give me something for my feet. Give me some. My feet. The most discriminated. I've been discriminated.
Discriminated.
Yeah. The most abused part of my body has been my feet.
Oh,
if my
really?
feet could
okay.
talk, they would curse me out. You cheap son, you cheap rascal. You want to put cheap? You do all this walking and running, and you put cheap footwear on me. So
Hey,
give me a pair of
Coach,
11 walking shoes, running shoes.
Little
either one.
walking shoes, okay. So
Yeah.
so it'd be better if I get your tennis shoe size and you get that in brass, braid or whatever in brass, and then just remember you by your.
Whatever you
shoe
can
or
put that,
whatever,
but just
without
11.
the
You can autograph the shoe or whatever. Put my name on it, whatever. But 11.
Oh, so-
I want 11.
11. Okay. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's you. Only thing I say, you got a long feet, a big feet. That's all. But look here, I'm putting on Don Sam.
I gotta go, man. Now you want to talk about my size, my feet.
I'm waiting on Don. Look, it's super cool.
Yeah.
I want to wish all the mothers a happy Mother's Day, and those want to be and can't be. But in reality, I'd like to thank your mother and your father for giving us you in life and in sports and radio.
Okay, I want you to. Can you used to sing for women? You don't sing no more?
Oh, I had my good days, but I was young, but now I'm old.
I'll see you later. Bye. 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 Let's try another one. And we got a fishing report at 15 to the hour. Caller, you're on.
Ralph Cooper, what's happening?
You got it, Chief. I'm all right.
Hey, man, since my man can't sing no more, I'm going to give this one for you. You know why Will Chamberlain is the greatest, right?
Go ahead. Yes.
Because he's a Kappa.
Yeah.
That's what the women say. And when they want to play, they say KAPPA Kappa Alpha Psi. Better than 3 bleep. He's a Kappa.
I read it, and I've heard him talk about that one time. Somebody interviewed him about that one time, and he talked about that.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Fraternity brothers, Bill Russell,
Yeah.
Oscar Robinson,
Yeah.
Alex English,
Yeah.
Rolando Blackman.
Yeah.
And I was able to meet all, and Bernie Bickerstaff. I was able to meet all of them, getting them Kappa shape except for Will. But the thing is, also fraternity brothers of James, Mr. Baseball, Montgomery,
Right.
Reggie Belafonte,
Right.
and yours truly, myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
All good men.
Yeah. Great.
All legends.
I say great men. Great men.
Hey, but check this out, Ralph. But this is what I want to talk about. I just had to put that in. Hey, Ralph, you're talking about the old school players and how long and how they played all these innings and how long they played football and boxing 15 rounds and stuff like that. Ralph, I think the pay scale is so different, and it was so backwards because those guys who done that should have been paid millions.
Right. Well.
Versus
Right. But the games were not making millions of dollars then, not like they are now.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It should be the other way around because Ralph, look at here.
Yeah.
Ralph, you got these guys now. All these athletes, man, they making all this money, man, but they so soft, man. You never heard of baseball players doing a pitch count,
right?
Back then.
Hell no.
You don't basketball players taking days off. Football players can't get the crap knocked out of them no more. But it's for safety. I understand that one. So that's one I can kind of be all right with. But the thing is, Ralph, look, the reason why I can't stand NBA basketball so much is because the players are soft, Ralph. Ralph, I get tired of seeing these big-ass men flopping like soccer players. You barely touch them. They are flopping on the floor and all this crap. Ralph, we ain't used to see that in old-time basketball. Ralph, Wilt, Jabbar, all those cats never flop. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And Ralph, back then, during the playoffs, Ralph, if you came in the middle, you gonna get your block. You gonna get your team knocked off. You come in the middle. That was a golden rule. If you came in there and driving in the middle,
you're gonna get knocked out of it. And guess what they get? They get back up and kept on playing. Look, what's the Jared Henderson guy, Ralph, played with a neck brace on for the Celtics? Remember that?
Yes, oh yeah. Yeah.
Man, he can't see it, man. Man. But they getting paid all this money and stuff, and then the coach can't talk to him. Coach say something wrong to him. I want to get rid of the coach, but he cussed me out. Ralph, I remember when I played football in high school. I thought my first name was Sorry, and my last name was MF.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we got cussed out.
Yeah.
But you know what? Hey, man, we played. Ain't hurt our feelings. So, man, that's... Yeah,
well, see, I'm gonna share this one with you. I think it was Texas Mike I was talking to. Here's another team. Now, this was before all this big money, and this was also before integration. Okay, but so this was all white guys. This is the 1927 Yankees. Now get this. They were a dominant team. Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig, and all those people. They played the whole season with only 25 players. Did you realize that? They played a 154-game schedule in the World Series with only 25 players. And and one suffered a head and neck injury, but guess what? Kept playing in the game.
Yeah.
One had a wrist injury which impacted his batting grip, but guess what happened? He didn't come out of the lineup. He kept playing.
Yeah.
Going back to what you were talking about. Going back to what you were talking about them injuries and how to and of course they were making way less money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Rap. Rap. You want to add on top to those players you were talking about that there was only a few of them they played and they played every game. Guess what?
Yeah.
I bet you about 99.9% of them drank all night and smoked cigarettes.
Well, they did. You go back and look. They were drinking and smoking in the locker room. Remember, before and after game. Before and after game. See, that was one of the when I first started doing this. That was one of the things that amazed me. That really made my, they had beer in the locker room.
Yeah.
Beer in the locker room, and they smoked.
Yeah. Hey, you remember that famous picture of Lynn Dawson smoking a cigarette at halftime of the Super Bowl?
Yep.
In the locker room?
Yep. Richie Allen, Dick Allen smoking cigars while he was in the the on deck circle in the dugout.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how I swing a golf club with a cigar in my mouth.
Yeah,
but Ralph, I'm gonna let somebody else talk. It get close to 3 o'clock, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. I love calling you, man. Hey, folks, get out and vote. Get out and vote. Ralph told me to every time I call a show, tell people to get out and vote. So I'm doing what he said. Get out and vote.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right.
Okay, got you. We'll be back in a moment if you're holding. Whoops.
In life's most difficult moments, comfort matters. At Lord Edward Memorial, we believe every life is a blessing worth honoring with dignity and care. With a combined 60 years of experience, our compassionate staff walks beside your family with faith, respect, and understanding. Lord Edward Memorial, serving families with grace, compassion, and heartfelt care. Visit us at 6677 Rookin Street, Houston, 77074, or give us a phone call at 346-446-6675.
Are you looking for a pharmacy where you're more than just the next person in line, where the pharmacists are friendly, willing to talk to you about your prescriptions and over-the-counter medications, where they make deliveries to customers in the general area? Then you need my pharmacy of choice, Mercury Drive Pharmacy, 918 Mercury Drive, right off of I-10 East near the 610 Loop. James Muldrow and his staff are there to serve you. I've been a customer for over 37 years. The insurance companies have tried to steer me to the corporate pharmacies, but I prefer Mercury Drive. It's a staple in East Houston, serving Fidelity, DeCento City, Pleasantville, Fifth Ward, North Shore, Wood Forest, Galena Park, Channel View, offering free delivery to those areas and others. Most insurances are accepted. Mercury Drive Pharmacy is open Monday through Saturday for your convenience. Phone 713-674-6122, 713-674-6122. Mr. Muldrow and his staff are happy to serve you. Mercury Drive Pharmacy, 918 Mercury Drive, south of I-10 East.
Everybody's talking about the high price of eggs. Well, I don't know much about eggs, but I tell you this. If you want great chicken at a great price, how about Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside? Let's hear what his customers are saying. Michelle writes, Chicken Plus has some of the best fried chicken and best fried okra in the city. We stay about 45 minutes away, but the drive is definitely worth it. E. Max says, the chicken is seasoned so well and every bite has a special crunch. It's my go-to chicken spot when I want homemade fried chicken that's always good. Now that's what I'm talking about right there. Great fried chicken, okra, rice and gravy, desserts. You're going to find it all at Chicken Plus, 6210 North Wayside. You don't have time to make the drive? Hey, no problem, no problem. You can order Chicken Plus on DoorDash and Uber Eats. You better do what you got to do to get your hands on some of that great fried chicken, the best fried chicken in the city. Great chicken at great prices. That's Chicken Plus. See you there.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Hi, I'm JJ Walls with Sunnyside Dental, and yes, it's now been over 30 years that we've been providing quality dental care for our patients in the Houston area. It's now come to my attention that many of you that want to come to Sunnyside Dental have Medicare plans that we don't accept. Hold up, that has got to change. Sunnyside Dental is now accepting most Medicare dental plans. WellCare, Liberty, United Healthcare, Cigna, Kelsey Care Advantage, Amerigroup, Aetna, and many more. We're getting on board. Call Sunnyside Dental at 713-738-1999. If you have Medicare and would like to receive the personal touch provided by Sunnyside Dental, call us at 713-738-1999. We look forward to helping you achieve the smile that you can't wait to share with the world.
Got Medicare dental benefits? Call Sunnyside Dental, 713-738-1999.
Saturdays, we're taking you back with Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks. Soulful, funky, rhythm and blues, disco, doo-wop, rock and roll, new jack swing, and everything in between. Inside Tracks has all the classics for you and even those forgotten gems too. So join Kerry Lewis on Inside Tracks every Saturday afternoon beginning at 2 p.m. only on KCOH 1230 The Source.
And once again, we'll have a fishing report, bad weather and all, from Mr. Robert Johnson at about 15 to the top of the hour. And the Astros in Cincinnati. And let's try another caller. Caller, you're on. Hello?
Mr. Cooper.
Yes, sir.
Top of the afternoon, brother.
All right. Hey, man, they tell me you moved out of Katy.
Yes, I did.
Where you moved? You moved out of Katy. You didn't. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. How you doing? Good to hear from you.
I'm doing all right. How you doing, Mr. Cooper?
Oh, I'm just excited. Just excited. You know how that is. Just excited.
About the up-and-coming football season or what?
And the end of the track and field season for the youngsters. It's going to be a hell of an ending. And,
yeah.
We've got some youngsters
right.
that can run.
They got some fast kids out there this year, right?
I want to say hello to the people in California, Florida, Illinois. Luke Campbell down in Florida. Luke? Luke, you don't want to mess with these Texas kids right now. Leave your teams down in Florida.
Say, Coop.
Yeah?
They got a couple of kids down there in Cade that's pretty fast.
Yeah, we've been mentioning, I forgot the names, but Mr. Porter, who does the track and field high school report for us, he's been mentioning them. Yes.
Yeah, and one of them played running back.
Yeah. Well, can you beat Duncanville? Can you beat Dallas South Oak Cliff? Can you beat DeSoto? Find out. Can you beat DeSoto this year? I'm pulling for Katy.
We're gonna find out, Coop.
Well, get me a Katy shirt. I want a Katy. Wait a minute. Does Katy have any hoodies?
Coop.
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. Does Katy have any football hoodies?
Yeah.
I want to buy one. Get me one Get me a Katy football, extra large Katy football hoodie.
Hey, Coop.
Yeah.
Didn't one of them get moved down to 5A? Duncanville, or was it DeSoto?
It may have been Duncanville, I think. I'm not sure.
Well, all I can say is all that North South Oak Cliff been talking finna get shut down.
Well, you know,
they got to deal with them now.
Well, they play them anyway. Remember, they play them. They play them in the preseason.
Yeah.
They play them
one time. That's yeah. One time.
Yeah,
they ain't playing when it was on the line.
Yeah, well, but they got beat though. They didn't beat them. I'm talking about Duncanville beat. If I'm correct, Duncanville beat the Dallas South Oak Cliff. But they do. I know. But you know why they do that, don't you?
Yeah, because they are winning too much on the other.
No, they want to play the tougher teams so they can be prepared to play whoever they have to play in the district.
Well, we gonna find out.
Well, you call them. They'll play Katy. They may take you up on that.
They don't want none. They don't want no smoke, Coop. They've been talking that noise ever since they won their first two championships.
Katy, you don't want.
And you went down there and instigated and had the man calling me all on the phone and everything.
Well, they ready to play. I just talked to them about 2 weeks ago. We
was in there having a couple of Bud Lights and everything, having a good day. And I get a phone call from Ralph Cooper at the convention, him and the coach from Dallas trying to start some smoke.
Well, they wanted to play you. They still want to. He'll still play you.
Well, he ain't got to do nothing to put us on the schedule, Coop.
Well, put him on the schedule. Put him on the schedule.
He don't need you to talk him up, Coop. All he needs to do is sign up. Okay. He know how to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
He ain't just like you instigated for us to play North Shore every year. You can do it for them.
Okay, well, we'll see what's up.
Yeah, you done got off their bandwagon. Now you want to get on another one. We want Worthy. Put Worthy on the schedule, and we'll put them on the schedule. You put Worthy on the schedule, we'll put them on the schedule.
Okay, whatever you say. You want to pick on Worthy now? We've got some world class athletes out there now.
Yeah, track.
Yeah, well, that's a good start. That's a good start.
Yep, you're right about that. Hey, but Coop, now I got a question to ask, Coop. Who is the scouting team for the Rockets?
The scouting team for the Rockets?
Yeah, they do the scouting for the team, right?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about who scouts the other teams for the Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're people that are hired to do that, yes.
Yeah. Now
why do you ask?
Because they need to be fired.
And I'm not going to argue with you. You're saying they could do a better job.
Nowhere in the world you gonna tell me we let all these guards leave Houston with the draft picks we had, and we didn't get one of them. We couldn't do no better than Reed Shepard. Not saying he all right. But I'm just saying we could have. We missed out on the kid from that OKC got, Wallace, right? Ain't he from Houston?
Keep going.
And what's that other kid's name? I was just thinking about him. Got his name already. But we done missed out on all these local kids, and you know, I just don't understand it. And then we done turn around and give up Jalen Green for Kevin Durant, and he burned out before the playoffs started. The same thing they talking about in the playoffs. Well,
yes.
How many points did he score in the playoffs? They talking about Jalen Green choking in the playoffs and stuff. Well, okay, the boy's just 22 years old.
Well,
and not only that, Coop, if he did choke, Michael Jordan choked for 8 years before he won the championship, right?
6 or 8 years, somewhere like that, yes. But I was not one for the trade though.
Me either, Coop.
I wasn't for that trade.
So-called scouts and basketball wizards we got down here that's pulling those shots, pull those strings. Now they talking about well, we don't have no offense. Jalen Green was the leading scorer on the team from day one. He got here. And then we go get Reed Shepard, and they giving him a pass, you know. Oh, he's going to be great. Great, going to be great. Coming off the bench, and we signed him, what, number 2 or number 3 pick?
Well, call me earlier. Call me earlier next time. I got a fishing report coming up. Call me earlier. It's good to hear from you. I'm glad to see you're doing well, and the Branch family is doing well also, okay?
Hey, Coop.
Yes?
Man, look here. I want to tell you thank you, my brother. I went over there. I was in Sunnyside yesterday, and as soon as I walked through the door, they were saying, Mr. Katie, where you been? Why you ain't been through here to pick up your food? I say, well, somebody we know real close, I ain't going to say his name, but his initial, RC, been going on the app telling everybody that I don't pay for my food. So I had to, get on a budget here. They say, well, you don't have no budget over here. You just come over here and we'll take care of Mr. Coop. Matter of fact, you get what you want and put it on his tab. We're going to put it on his tab. Well, so I only got like about, I got 3 pieces of red snapper.
Yes.
Fried crunchy.
Yes.
and I only got 8 scrimps this time, Mr. Coop. Jumbos,
well,
though.
Guess what?
I got the big jumbo.
Yeah, but guess what? I was going by today, right? You got 8 jumbos, you said, right?
Yeah, and 3 red snappers.
Yeah, wait a minute, 8 jumbos. So that leaves me. What I will get today, I'll get a catfish. I can get 2 catfish fillets and 4 shrimp. That's what I can get.
No. Hey, look here, Coop. You didn't let me finish. I also got the boudin balls, and I had to have me a couple of Bud Lights while I waited.
So all I can go by and get a catfish sandwich is what you're telling me. I'll see you later. Bye. Good to hear from you.
That show was good. That's some good fish, Coop. Thank you very much, my brother.
Yeah, I know you heard.
And how Mr. Florida doing?
He's doing well. He's doing well.
I ain't heard him on the radio here.
Yeah, he went on a cruise and he got back safely. Thank goodness. He was
you barred him from the radio like you do me.
I am barred.
You barred me from the radio.
I am barred. I never have barred you. In fact, I appreciate your call.
Matter of fact, I still ain't. I got to tell Mr. Florida he ain't paid off the tab yet.
Well, you haven't told me when you're gonna be out there. You go out there in a roundabout way, picking up extra items and stuff. You don't want me to be out there you don't want me to be there when you're there.
Yeah, because you're always trying to get me to take a picture with people's hearts, but they want me to take it from the rear.
I'm gone, man. Bye. See you later. Bye. Caller, you're on. Go ahead.
Hey, Ralph. I'm enjoying the show again. I was wondering if are you familiar with the gentleman, long-time baseball fan of Yates High School baseball by the name of Freddie Harris? You know Freddie Harris?
Yes, I know Freddie Harris. Yes, I'm aware.
Oh,
of Freddie.
okay.
Yes.
He passed. Not too long. He passed, and I just wanted to give condolences to his family and friends. And he loves Yates High School baseball. He really did, and he saw baseball all over the state of Texas. But
right.
he was a fine gentleman.
I agree.
He was a fine neighbor, and I just wanted to give condolences to his family. And he had a great son. His son, Freddie Harris Jr.
Yes.
Everybody should have a son like him because he did a good job of taking care of his dad, especially in the last days. And you know how difficult that can be.
Quite difficult.
But he did a great job. I got one last thing to say about Freddie.
Yes.
Is that he had great taste in women. Sheila Mouton was way at the top of his list.
Well.
And one of the things that I've noticed over the last several years, people don't just talk about Sheila Mouton, but they talk about how wonderful that family is. But it's I guess it's just outstanding how what kind of people come out of Yates High School.
Right, and we talked about one that came out the other day that's been married for 43 years now. Debbie Allen and Norm Nixon, the former NBA player. Debbie Allen, a Yates product. She's been married. They've been married 43 years. Also, we lost Mr. Larry Marshall, who was a mentor and educator, a guy who loved education and sports. He passed also earlier. So our deepest sympathy goes out to his family and friends and the people he touched over the years also. Got anything else?
Yeah. No, that was what I had to say.
Okay. Well, thank you. Call more often. Appreciate it. Got you.
You're welcome. All right.
Okay, let me see. We got one more we can get in before the fishing report. Yes. Caller, you're on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking about two old school quarterbacks.
Go ahead.
I saw Y. Till playing a championship game. Y. Till, and it was raining.
New York Giants.
And they was Y. Till.
New York Giants. New York Giants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they was getting to him. It was raining, and when he went to sit on the bench, I saw blood coming down his head, and he was wiping off with a towel. And it was time for him to go back in. He went back in. He stayed in. I mean, he was bleeding. I'm looking at blood in his face.
Well,
and
that was I think that may have been the game they played the Chicago Bears for the championship long before the Super Bowl, and they had another picture where he was on his knees on the field. Remember, he was on the he was on his knees on the field with his head bleeding.
And get up and go back and play. And I'm gonna tell you somebody else, Fran Tarkenson.
Yeah,
I ain't never seen no quarterback run as much as he did from the defensive players that's trying to get him, and he was successfully throwing it ball. I got tired just watching him start sweating with him. They chose me he had endurance. They didn't have all these athletic trainers sophisticated with machines and stuff. It was just man against man. Yeah. And he endured. I mean, I don't want to say it, but we kind of got some punk football players now.
No, you got I wouldn't call them punks. It's just a different game. It's not the same. The Woody Campbells and the Zeke Moores and the Andy Rices and all those people, they shared with you. It's not the same anymore. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I know.
They're in health. They're in the health. They're more into the health thing now than they were back then, and we don't know.
They got more rules today against hitting quarterbacks and stuff. Yeah, I don't think they had no rules back in them days.
No, they were taking quarterbacks. Go look at some of the old films of look at what they did to Joe Namath. Joe Namath got whipped back in. Then I remember when Roger Staubach had a finger. I want to say it wasn't on his throwing hand. It was on his left hand. He had his baby finger, instead of going straight up, going straight, it was going like it was 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
And Emmitt Smith had a broken collarbone that wouldn't come out, and he broke out, made all of them yards in a game when he was with Dallas. I mean, had a broken collarbone and stayed in the game.
Well, and luckily they got him out of there afterwards, with a collarbone. Because see, and you think about how they played and how they physically beat up each other. It was physical.
Oh yeah.
It was really physical. Yeah. Oh yeah. And I remember you're 9 or 10 or 11 years old. You're 10, and you're watching Worthing practice over at Worthing. And they put they put the players in the bull ring.
Yep.
And man, and you hear all that grunting and hollering and screaming going on and the moaning going on from people getting hit, right? Then they're not only getting hit. They're not only getting hit by football players. The coaches had paddles.
Everybody.
The coaches had paddles where they putting the paddle on people. The players are in football practice, getting hit by other players, and then you got the coaches with paddles hitting everybody that makes a mistake.
George used to come home all muddy, and huffing and puffing, and I said, "What's up?" He said, "I was in the bull race." But you had to be tough back them days to play football.
Well, you had to be tough just to play. Think about it. You had to be. You playing touch football or tackle football over there on the grass with some individuals, with the Michael. They were there before Michael Singletary, but I'm using him because he's Hall of Fame. With Michael Singletary type attitudes, and you playing touch football with him, tackle football, touch and tackle football with you, and they out there tackling like they making $100,000 in a Super Bowl game.
Yeah, you go to McGregor Park on Sundays back in the day. Look here, bro. If you try to run in the street, they not get tackled. Yeah. They run after you in the street.
Hey, man.
And tackle you, because I know I got my knee broke playing over there at McGregor Park. So they play tough.
Well, I got to get a fishing report in. Get to listening. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay. Appreciate it. And let's see if we can find Mr. Robert Johnson, recipient and earner of a Purple Heart. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
All right, and Mr. Johnson is going to share with us a fishing report and a number of other things. May have a prediction or two for us also, and so we'll just sit back and listen. In case you're in other places, it's cloudy here today, with a light rain raining here in Houston. Go ahead, Mr. Johnson, you got it.
Now, on May 9th, we had a last quarter moon, and then these rains that we're having right now may freshen saltwater in some of the bays like Trinity. In the end, they will deliver nutrients into the saltwater bays and facilitate decreasing saltwater salinity levels. In May and June, the winds and rain weather will begin to decrease. And of course, the heat and humidity will increase as the summer comes. Next, the Coastal Conservation Association, that CCA Star Tournament, will begin May 23rd through Labor Day, September 7th. 120 tag redfish or red drum will be released along the Texas coastal waters. And CCA, again, gives out more than $2 million in boats, trucks, and scholarships each year. Next, oh my gosh, listen to this. In saltwater, last Sunday, Captain Ben Smith and Captain Steve Coffey had a banner fishing day, catching 27 keeper speckled trout on croakers, live shrimp, and lures in the Texas City area. Yeah, I did say 27 keepers. That's not how many they caught. That's how many that were eligible to keep. Although they only could keep 3 per person, so they released the rest of the fish. In addition, they caught 2 redfish and some black drums. While providing the report to me, both rubbed it in, reporting catching these fish in 4 hours. So, that kind of hurt a little bit, but congratulations. They did a great job. Next, fishing is not always about catching fish. On Monday, 6 tenacious wade fishermen fished East Matagorda Bay. It included Joseph Wright, Robert Beverly, Jerome Bam Johnson, Alex Robinson, Kerry Mock, and myself. We began wade fishing at daybreak Monday morning, and we didn't finish until mid-afternoon. The weather was cool, water clarity was clear, and the camaraderie was great. As far as the catching goes, we got skunked. We didn't catch no fish. The moon was almost full that day, so that's another thing affecting the fishing, because the fish we suspected had been feeding all night long. In addition, what we saw too was that the pelicans and seagulls were resting on the sand reefs all day while we were fishing. They weren't moving. They weren't flying, feeding. So we knew it was going to be a tough day. Now, despite the tough fishing conditions, I was inspired by the skill level, spirituality, and tenacity of the fishermen that I was with. It truly felt like a band of brothers involved in a challenging endeavor. Now, Demetrius Dugar shared this scripture capturing the club spirit and the members while we were fishing. He said, in King David in Psalms 133 says, "Behold, how great and pleasant it is for brothers to dwell in unity together." Wow. Man, he certainly hit home with that particular scripture describing that experience with these 5 other brothers. Next, area that saltwater fishermen may want to focus on this week are Seawood Park, Galveston Jetty, Texas City Dike, Galveston Beachfront, and Moses Lake. As I mentioned last week, the local ponds are producing slab crappies. I'm talking about 12 to 14-inch crappies. And catfishing is also good at Lake Houston Dam. Freshwater and saltwater fishermen may have to adjust to the rainy and windy conditions, but we have excellent weather gear. Today and Saturday are forecasted to be great fishing days because of the low winds and low barometric pressure. That's partially true. Tremel Smith and I wade fished this morning. We ended up with 1 keeper speckled trout and 2 gas tops. But the weather was okay. It was a bit windy and a bit drizzly at times. Next, last Friday, I conference called with disabled veterans at the DeBakey Veterans Hospital, and we discussed the May 16th veteran trip. We signed up 20 disabled veterans for the trip. During this time of war and in post-war America, we need to recognize those individuals and family members who have sacrificed. Now, to participate in this activity, veterans will need to contact me and sign up. This will be a first-come, first-serve. The club does continue to need boat captains, volunteers, and donations for the event. So if you're interested, please call me. You can contact me at Robert Johnson, 713-826-0677. That's 713-826-0677. The last thing I want to say is that we were proud of the Houston Rockets this year and look forward to next year with a more mature and healthy team. Thank you for allowing me to do this report today.
And thank you for what you just said. Appreciate it. And in memory of your mother, we say Happy Mother's Day. Okay?
Definitely.
Okay. What was your mother's name?
Elizabeth Jane Johnson. And matter of fact, this is her birthday month. May 12th is her birthday.
Oh, okay.
So certainly it's a significant month.
Yeah, I got you. Hang in there. Okay? Be
all
safe.
Right.
Okay.
Send a shout out to all the mothers.
Okay, we're going to play this one as I get out of here, too. Thank you.
Thank you.